Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Warhammer Meta Chasers. This is your weekly live tournament rundown show for the biggest and best Warhammer 40,000 tournaments happening all over the world. My name is Paul Murphy. I'm joined by Dustin Henshaw.
Hello, everyone.
And Adam Camilleri.
Oh, g'day.
Welcome, everybody. As I mentioned, we do this live each and every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time here on YouTube. And we have three great events. 11th edition is off to the races, fired off the starting block. 2 weeks in, is Purge the Foe still going to be the best? Well, let's decide. I'm going to run down the Birmingham Super Major, Tolaris GT, and the Geelong Town Open in this episode. Kicking us off, Birmingham Super Major from Birmingham, England. Birmingham.
Birmingham.
Yeah, I think that's how you.
You have to enunciate as few letters as possible.
Birmingham.
That's the key.
Birmingham.
Yeah. Birmingham. There's still no what you're talking about.
Birmingham.
So anyway, that is going to be a
strong start.
Yeah. Bunch of players, competing over multiple rounds. What are we going to see there?
The Imperial Superfaction there are 7 Sisters of Battle, 10 Custodes, 2 Admech, 3 Astra Militarum, 3 Grey Knights, and 9 Imperial Knights. Space Marines, there's 13 Adeptus Astartes, 7 Dark Angels, 7 Space Wolves, 6 Blood Angels, 2 Black Templar, and 2 Death Watch. Chaos, there's 8 Chaos Space Marines, 13 T-Suns, 7 Death Guard, 10 War Leaders, 6 Emperor's Children, 7 Demons, and 1 Chaos Knight. It's a far cry away from the amount of Imperial Knights. Wow. Xenos, there's 14 Necrons, 10 Orcs, 13 Tau, and 5 Votan. Hivemind, there's 12 Tyranids and 5 Geniuses they're called. I love how many Forces of the Hivemind have been out lately in 11th. I'm very happy about that. Eldari, there's 5 Drukhari and 11 Eldari. I mean, the faction podium is Necrons topping off with 14. Then Astartes, T-Suns, and Tau in second with 13. Tyranids in third with 12. Eldari behind that with 11. And then Custodes, World Leaders, and Orcs with 10. Obviously, the meta isn't quite yet solved yet, so it's going to be a little more even right now as people kind of get the feel of the meta, get the feel of their army, and what 11th is going to be.
Well, it's not why the meta isn't solved. We've got people having to build their own tables out there.
I know
layouts.
It's crazy they can finish their games, right?
Missions,
build their own tables and stuff.
I'm telling you, there's a whole lot of stuff out there right now that's going to, while it is, I will say it's very engaging and very fun to play, and it adds a cool challenge to it, but it's a very difficult thing to solve for because there are like several distinct pillars of information that you have to kind of have preloaded in your brain to feel like you've got it all figured out.
And list construction has gotten so much sexier for so many armies. Orcs, Nids, and I guess the only one who's languishing is World Eaters, in that they don't really have anything sexy to do right now. But Orcs and Tyranids are the two big sexies, as I'm calling them, as in you can just go straight back to the drawing board, start fresh, new eyes, new everything. Very, very exciting for those two factions. And you see them both on our podium. Eldari is the aberration here. I haven't heard many people saying exciting things about what they can do with Eldari at the moment, so I'm very happy that they still managed to make a podium. But the rest of it is fairly straight up and down. The World Eaters making the faction podium is surprising because I've heard nothing but doldrums from the World Eaters player base. In fact, I think they're in one of the, as far as melee armies go, I think they're in probably the worst position as one of those pure melee armies. They just don't have shooting anymore. And failing a charge is so much more likely and so much more devastating for them.
It's more likely? You think it's more likely?
Yeah, so there's no longer any roundup like they used to have on the charge now. It's the true distance, and then the reactive moves are incredibly punishing with so many more of them. If you want to avoid a reactive move, you've got a 9-inch charge because it's within outside 8 inches. And then they play a decent reserve game, but they don't hold space for their reserves very well. They don't press up with a bunch of infiltrating units to hold space for their turn 2 rapids and things like that. And then they're shooting, well, it's the same as Orcs now. They hit on 4s and then they have no ignores cover. So they can't fall back on a shooting pack who's like Emperor's Children can, or Blood Angels, who's the other really good aggressive army in the metagame at the moment, because of course Blood Angels are still Marines, still packing really good long-range firepower if they want it. But yeah, Necrons at the top. Can we not? Can we just decide to be better at the start of the edition and just not have it just be Necrons number 1?
Necrons are good.
They're so good, man. They're so good. And they take all the changes to the game really well. If people are talking about, Necrons aren't going to be so good, and then you realize, oh, wow, Hidden helps them so much in addition to all the reanimation jank that have unlocked with 11th edition. And so many of their better units, things like, warriors with 4 up invulns, wraiths with 4 up invulns, they didn't care about cover anyway. So the -1 to hit is just a boon to them. And, I think Necrons are eating extremely well. And plus, you get to turn your brain off a lot more than every other faction. So, low to the ground stuff there. I'm throwing shade here because I'm
My goodness.
disappointed in you all, disappointed in everybody. I have a couple of things to break down for this event. Of course, Eldari made the faction podium, so we're going to have a look at their detachment breakdown up next.
Actually, I think Eldari are going to be like, I think you mentioned, you hit the nail on the head. The Eldari are not getting a lot of talk because they didn't get a lot of momentum coming out of 10th edition. But I do think that there are going to be some dispositions there. They might be able to prey on some of the other more dominant dispositions out there in the world once people put a little bit of brain power into this Eldari brew.
Yeah, so the damage of Eldari has dropped off quite considerably, especially towards the back end of the metagame we were just playing in. Their damage was already like on a knife's edge into some of the top lists in the game, and that's kind of the position they've started in now, because they don't have a huge amount of AP to throw at the best of times outside of fire dragons, which weren't in a great position. Everything else they were throwing was AP1, AP2, and that was degraded quite considerably. Then they jacked the points on a couple of their key units as well. So it's on a knife's edge. But what they are is a scoring machine. They are an unlimited score potential machine. And I think it's going to take some time, though, for the Eldari player base to coalesce around that.
Leaning into those dispos that
Yep.
that favor that. The trades are being able to like constantly recycle units onto a certain point or two on the battlefield, and then you just got to pack a little lethality to get rid of some of those hammer units.
So of the 11 players in attendance, 4 of them are playing Seer Council with Path of the Outcast, 2 of which are playing Windrider Host and Armored Warhost, and another 2 are playing Spirit Conclave Armored Warhost. And then we have singles for Serpent's Brood and Armored Warhost, Corsair Coterie, Path of the Outcast, and a single aspect host. Anything here jumping out to you boys?
Apparently, Armored Warhost is popular.
Warhost, yeah.
Armored Warhost seems to be the 1 DP.
Well, actually, no. Path of the Outcast is the exact same amount.
One more for Armored Warhost, 5 to 4. But yeah, you're exactly right.
Those 5 because the last one has it too.
Oh no, you're correct. I'm bad. I math. I can't good. I can you not math? Armored Warhost I quite like because it gives all your vehicles assault and really unlocks a bit more of the skirmish piece game. Now I did look through a couple of the lists, and mostly I'm seeing things like Warwalkers being used as the vehicle of choice.
They still come on from the table edge, you
absolutely still can do that, but of course I think when you give them assault, starting them on the board is more likely than not the way to go. And more to the point, like Eldar has a kill big thing issue. Like essentially Lycus plus like 4 units, to kill a big knight. It's not always a great exchange rate. So having things like double bright lance, Warwalkers, I think is a great place to be.
I just actually mentioned that you have one thing to kind of be that lethality to get rid of those hammer units, and then you're probably off for the scoring races.
Exactly right. I'm quite high on Seer Cancel and Windrider Host. I think those would be my 2 preferred ways to play. I really, really like Windrider Host, but I accept that it is a glass cannon of all glass cannons and really falls over versus 2+ AOC units because essentially you're wielding just AP1 damage to guns.
I hope you're right. Because Windrider Host has always just been right there. Is this finally the time?
Yeah, but it is a huge risk, huge reward play because you are so freaking squishy. You are just, did you do the job? No, cool. The whole army's gone. Whereas Seer Cancel has a bit more jank, brings one of the best Overwatches in the game, I believe. Maybe not against the biggest and strongest units in the game, but those packed in flamer-like Overwatches from the multiple Psychers, I think is really, really cool. And then they have some recycle jutsu up and down jutsu, which I think's quite neat. But anyway, that's the breakdown there. We have one list for your viewing pleasure. This is Ben Jones, who is ranked 4th in the ITC in the UK. I will let you know Manny Chambers in attendance here. He's ranked number 1 in the UK right now. He is playing one of those Windrider Hosts lists, but I wanted to have a look at this one because I got to kind of tell you about that one at the same time. But go and check that one out for a really cool bike-based list. Ben Jones is here playing Green Tide and Tactical Brigade on take and hold disposition. Starts off with Gazgul Thraka, who I think there's got to be there's been a ruling here. Some people have ruled it one way, some people ruled it another way about can you join a 3rd character to a unit of boys, because of course the boys data sheet comes with you can attach another character. Does that mean you get that in addition to the support join that has been enshrined in 11th edition? And it's obvious to me they've ruled that you can triple join for this event.
I think
So
there's some
rules.
things like war boss keywords and things like that that
Yeah.
have to play in. I'm not a judge, but I certainly heard a lot about that from players that are wanting to do things.
So he's got Gazcool plus a big boss with bloodthirsty belligerents and a pain boy joined to 20 boys. That unit is, my god, terrifying. Then we've got two times war boss, pain boy, and 20 boys. That's 2 total packages of that. So that's 40 boys with a war boss, pain boy each. 1 weird boy with a unit of 20 boys. Wazdaka Gutsmech, another unit of 20 boys. So that is 100 boys total. 2x5 Storm Boys, 10 Gretchen, and 10 Commandos. And that is that. What do we think of it, lads?
Not enough boys.
Nah, not enough boys.
Not enough boys.
100, not enough. Get some more.
Are you really taking and holding with only that many like that? Come on.
Yeah, you're barely taking or holding with that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Gazgul is a truck, especially with Makari, with the way save pools work right now. It is
That unit's insane.
It's going back to where originally, Gaz can only take 3 wounds a phase or whatever. That's kind of how it feels with this save pool now with Makari, because it's almost impossible to one turn him down.
Yes, it is. It actually, I think it is impossible without some ridiculous aberration, because you would need to roll so many ones on the first instance of dice.
Yeah,
you'd have to have like 1 boy left and
or
give them like 30 saves.
You precision him, you get lucky, like again, no, it's not happening. Like the situation and when and where it occurs might actually be against an Eldari list with their Rangers in there.
yeah, and Lycus dropping the bombs and stuff like that, and Lycus dropping a bomb on them, and then hitting them with some a grenade and some swooping hawks and stuff like that. But to the point, remember in 9th edition when Gaz was a monster but was wound gated, like you couldn't one phase him, you had to chip over multiple phases. He's almost back to there, but has 20 boys with feel no pain.
I think Adam just zoned out for the last.
I did. I was reading the boys' data sheet.
Definitely remember Paul saying that exact.
Did I say it better?
That's brilliant, Adam. That's
brilliant. Did I say it more better though? So I was reading the boys' data sheet.
With the accent, it sounded better. So there you
go. So the data sheet ability. I'm sorry. The data sheet ability says you can join 2 leaders if it has a starting strength of 20 or more in the unit, but only one of them can be a war boss. So there's no double war boss, and of course Gaz is a war boss, so that's the keywords there. And this is a hell of a list. It holds take and hold so exceptionally well, because it's just the dint of the war pressure turn, as in you just can't get that close to it to stop it getting a take and hold score, because if you do, you're going to cop 40 plus boys on a turn. I gotta tell you, Paul can attest to this as the stream game we did. Those freaking war bosses, man, those new war bosses, my god, they slam.
It's out of control. I'd rather not talk about that game.
Yes, fair enough.
Not because it wasn't fun, but it was.
And then you have one of the most durable, like Ghost Keel equivalent level lone ops just running around in Wazdaka, who can kind of just go and trade and like flip an expansion at will, and then it's just really annoying.
And charge, and take up space. It's a very good character.
Extremely good, and I expect big things from Ben Jones at this event. Time to pick some winners, gentlemen. I don't have a dice with me. Fair enough. Who wants to go first? So one of you just throw out a faction.
I got a nice stud dice right here. Who wants the 4-5?
I'll take it.
You want the 4-5-6? Okay. What do you want, Paul?
I guess I'm 1.
You're 1? Well, it's a stud dice, so it got a 6. So,
so is that you?
No, that was you. You said you wanted 5-6.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair enough. If I'm, this is hard. This is actually quite hard. I know very strong players in so many of these factions. I think the safe money is Necrons, though.
Boo.
The safe lame money is on Necrons.
All right, go ahead, Paul.
I'll go Tau. I don't think people got the Tau number yet.
You know what? I'm gonna back the Eldari. Maybe it's their time. Maybe it's their time to come back.
Totally fair. Let's go.
Could be. All right. Next event we're going to be talking about is the Tolaris GT. That's in Parvis, Chechnya. 78 players competing over 5 rounds. Fun fact: 21 out of 78 players have J names, have J's in their names.
Starting with J.
Yeah. And 10 of them are named Jacob with a KUB.
I was scrolling down. I'm like, holy crap, that's a lot of J's. And then I looked even further. I'm like, that's a lot of Jacobs. There's 10 Jacobs.
We run all kind of stats around here. The data that's in these brains.
I was impressed with Paul saying that, but like, oh, it's on the teleprompter. Never mind. Okay, less impressed, but that is a fun fact.
Yeah.
Well, what else are we going to see there?
Well, the Imperials refresh, we are going to see some Sisters of Battle, just one of them, 2 Custodes, 3 Admech, 1 Astra Militarum, 2 Grey Knights, and 8 Imperial Knights again. Space Marines, 3 Astartes, 6 Dark Angels, 4 Space Wolves. We're going to point out 0 Blood Angels, 1 Black Templar. Chaos, there's 4 Chaos Space Marines, 2 T-Suns, 3 Death Guard, 4 Wool Eaters, 2 Emperor's Children, 4 Demons, and 1 single Chaos Knight. Chaos Knight's the new GSC. This is crazy. Xenos, there's 9 Necrons, 0 Orcs here. I guess they're just
still getting those armies painted.
Oh, that's fair. They don't have enough boys. They need more boys.
Yep.
6 Tau and 3 Votan. Highbind, there's 5 Tyranids. 0 Genius, they're called. Now I'm sad. Eldari, there's 2 Drukhari and 1 Eldari. So the Drukhari are actually outnumbering the Eldari this event, too. The faction podium is once again Necrons topping off with 9. Imperial Knights taking second spot at 8. And then Tau in third with 6. So Necrons and Tau really seem to be taking the podium spots right now. Imperial Knights was pretty damn close to taking the podium spot in the last one, too. So they're actually really heavily represented right now, too.
It's like an opening a 9th podium almost.
That's really true, is. Actually. If we had GSC numbers, it would be the same as like the opening of 10th, but yeah, much more like the opening of 9th. Yeah, not surprising to many. The numbers of the emissions, naturally, I pointed out 0 GSC and 0 Blood Angels because there was 6 Dark Angels and 8 Imperial Knights, boys. So I had to be like, ha! People like me more than you guys. Obviously.
Look, folks at Tolaris GT, you want to know how to get the Blood Angels on the table? Hit us up. Happy to talk about it.
Nice. Really low numbers across this entire weekend for Astra Militarum. I'm not very high on guard at the moment either, so I can't blame the player base for doing the same. And the reason I think for the Chaos Knights and Imperial Knights disparity is that so many of the Imperial Knight players that I move and shake with play Imperial Knights as well and play Chaos Knights. And if you're going to play one of the two, obviously out of the gate, I think Imperial Knights is very easy to see and more powerful. But I will tell you, Chaos Knights are more fun. I'm about 7-8 games in with each, and Chaos Knights are so much more fun.
Well, why are you down the Astra Militarum? Explain to us why you are understanding why there's not a lot of people pulling on them right now.
People have so much ability to get closer to you. They negotiate hidden very poorly because their explosive shooting units or their high damage shooting units don't get assault very easily unless you're taking Hammer the Emperor, or you do using +3 move on them instead of +1 to hit, and you're going to need to use +1 to hit every time because of cover. And then transport's got so much worse. So
the transport,
they hate being tapped in combat. There's very few ways to fall back and act. The points on the baseline units of all the Guardsmen units, it's 75 points now for 10 Cadians. You talk about what else in the game costs 75 points and you get very sad. So don't go doing that. And then I think of all the armies in the game, they have taken the 11th edition changes the worst. And that's only because they were so good in 10th edition.
Oh, okay. You mean worse from what they were, like comparatively?
From where they were. So the feel bads is a modifier on top of where they're entering.
It's funny that you're mentioning that too, because I've actually, in all my practice games, I've started to lean away from the Las Cannon Ridge Runners a little bit more because like they have no access to assault. And it's harder to navigate with them. Even with Uppy Downy, it helps with one of them maybe. But even then, it's just, I think because I have to get so close sometimes, and then they might get one shot off. And if you're a GSC player, you know how awful they are because they just never roll good shots.
Yeah.
At the ATC, there were 9 guard players, and they had something like a 38% win rate. Like it was. Now, granted, it was different. There was matchups and meager pairings and things like that, and of course maybe differences in list design, but they were one of the worst performing factions at the event.
Checks out. Also, the other thing that's really bad for them as well is the game is so purge heavy, and you can farm guard when you're playing Purge, you can farm guard and stay relatively safe very, very effectively. And so there's going to be a lot of brewing that's needed to happen by guard players. I don't think they are a faction that's out of the game completely, but all the things that shooting players were worried about in the transition from 10th to 11th have only held true for guard.
That's depressing.
Yeah. Tau didn't stop one bit. In fact, got better. And so many other DACA-based armies in the game. Like, I mean, Marines, the shooting Marines armies, they don't care either. But just the prospect of you go second and your opponent puts a heavy hitting melee unit on hidden on the middle objective, and you just having the issue of being like, I have to come towards you with my best guns to not get flooded and tapped in my DZ. And also the other thing I'll say is Dawn of War and sweeping engagement coming back into the game heavily has been a big detriment to Guard as well. Your opponent you just go second on Dawn of War and you're just like, oh, I can't keep anything safe. I have to throw away so many units to protect one. Is it even worth it? Stuff like that. So yeah, Guard's in a bit of a rough spot. We will see. A Guard has so many units, so many options. It might just be back to Bulgren. It might just be like, let's just 18 Bulgren this bad boy and see how we do. But yeah, definitely.
Maybe Guard turns into a melee army. Rough Riders and Bulgren.
At a minimum, you got to take stuff that doesn't mind being tapped.
Yeah.
Like in combat. Yeah. And you got to start there, I think. So the disposition breakdown for this event is one that I have done. It was lovingly every single player listed their disposition on their list. And it was a lovely thing for me to just control F my way through. Well done. First of 11th edition. But for the breakdown of the 78 players that we have, 25 of which are playing Purge the Foe, 22 are on Take and Hold. Then we have 19 on Priority Assets, and then 6 on Recon, 5 on Disruption. Big old cliff there after the top.
This checks out.
This checks out.
That's a lot of meat grinder missions on the table, and you got to plan for that.
Well, this is what we expected in the transition over, right? Purge the Foe and Take and Hold are the two closest ideologies for what people have been playing in 10th edition or through all the way to 10th edition. Purge the Foe and Take and Hold represent those ideologies the most. Reconnaissance and Disruption are the opposite of those, where you're forced to do lots of things all the game, all the time. I think Recon is heavily undervalued. I think Recon is way, way better than people think it is. But Disruption is, you have to have the right faction, I think, to have a successful.
Recon, I think, is actually one of the highest scoring ones, highest scoring dispositions. Is if you build right for it, obviously, you just can't stop them unless you are there to just table your opponent. You know what does that? Purge the Foe. You know what's most popular? So
yeah, it's fair. So I do expect these numbers to pad out as the edition goes, but not surprising that people started with what they knew. The priority assets number, I'm very happy to see a very healthy priority assets number. I think
I'm not gonna lie, I actually
the good even performer.
I half expected priority to be higher than Take and Hold. I did.
That doesn't surprise me. Yeah,
priority is to me standard Warhammer because you've got to do just one of everything.
You got to do a little bit of everything all the time.
A little bit of everything all the time.
If you were just going to play attachments that want priority assets have like elite units, and then you're asking them to stand around and fight, so it's a little hard. I do think it's a little harder.
It is. Yeah. It has better matchups than Take and Hold in a lot of matchups, though. That's for sure.
So what is weird is that Disruption has the best matchup in the game versus Purge the Foe, but falls off very heavily versus the rest. This is what I mean. You could build like a Purge the Foe looking Disruption list that is just there to destroy the world of Purge the Foe, and you would do very well. But then when you match up into everything else, sorry,
were you watching my games today?
No, I didn't.
It's 1,000% what I've been doing.
Yeah. If you build a Purge the Foe lookalike list that plays Disruption, you body Purge the Foe. But then you have big struggles in scoring ability versus the other three. And that's the issue. You can build to crack the metagame by having that premium Purge the Foe, but then there's 22 Take and Holds you got to worry about, 19 priority assets. And if you don't have the right, well, exactly right, but you can't be built to the same factions that can build that Disruption list I just mentioned don't go wide enough to have the scoring ability on Disruption versus the other three. And that's what you got to be. You got to go real wide on MSU with Disruption into Recon, priority, and Take and Hold.
You're forgetting one very important fact, Adam. Your opponent
probably
can
not
score if they're dead.
Well, that's true. It doesn't matter what disposition.
Doesn't matter what disposition you are. If you kill them,
randomize.
It doesn't matter.
Fair enough. How would it be though if we played some like fluffy events where you actually randomize your disposition at the table?
Nice.
That'd be funny.
That would be very funny.
Yeah, scrambled orders, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. All right, I did one detachment breakdown for you guys. This is the Imperial Knights, mostly because I was interested, and this is it. And I'm disappointed in all of you.
You still did it. That's.
I think Freeblade is very strong, probably the strongest.
It's, you know what, you're probably right, but for people to just be that boring out of the gate, the real reason I did this is because the Necrons and Tau ones were both even more boring than this.
Oh, I thought you were looking for new army lists. That's why you did this.
Yeah, correct. But yes, I've titled this "Be Better, All of You." So, of the 8 in attendance, 5 are Freeblade Company. So 5 are just playing what the best 10th edition detachment was, which is a totally fair way to start a new edition with what you know. I'm not going to throw too much shade. But then we have 1 that's playing Gatewarden Lance Dominus Foebreakers, which I think is the best combination personally. Then we have Gatewarden Lance and Throne-Bonded Outriders. That's the little armature detachment. And then we have Valor Strike and Dominus Foebreakers for the last one. Anything surprising there, boys?
No.
I don't know what Dominus Forebreakers does. So
that is the Castellan detachment. It is for both Dominus Knights, but it's the Castellan detachment.
It's the Castellan detachment, yeah.
Yeah. If you are on a terrain feature, they get +1 to hit. And guess what? So much of the table is it's all terrain.
Everybody's going to be on terrain features, yeah.
Correct. So you just
not on a terrain feature. What are you doing?
Well, if you're not on the terrain feature, you usually can't be seen. So it's just +1 to hit all game on that thing. And so, yeah, there's some very, very strong Castellan archetype lists coming out. I've even heard of people playing triple Castellan as some of their stuff, and I'm like, Defilers weren't enough for you. Just play Defilers, dude.
It's a lot of guns. I mean, they can kill what 3-4 units a turn.
Yeah, if with the perfect units, because they won't kill hordes that well. Like the antithesis of like the triple Castellan, double Castellan build is that Green Tide list, where you go from I don't get to shoot anything, and now I have to shoot 100 boys with a 5-up, 5-up, and you're like,
I need more stubbers.
This ain't gonna go well. But then you have things like the Destria, who do really well into those units. So you get the both spectrums there. But anyway, that is it for Tolaris. Let's pick some winners, boys. Who picked first last time?
You did.
I did.
Yeah.
Paul, you picked last. You picked first.
Oh, I don't want to go with just Necrons either, although they're probably going to be real strong.
They will.
So Necrons?
Yeah, going with Necrons, yeah.
Dustin? Don't you take my Knights.
Fine, I'll go Tyranids. Let's go.
Thank you, mate. And I'm going the Knights.
Oh, last week Emperor's Children put up solid numbers.
Emperor's Children did really well last weekend and turned out to be one of the spoiler armies for the Purge the Foe matchups as well, because they literally just played like Dustin said. Purge this noob and table.
Next, we're going to be talking about the Geelong Town Open from Geelong, Victoria, Australia. 60 players competing over 5 rounds. Dustin, what are we going to see there?
In the Imperial Super Faction, there are 2 Sisters of Battle, 5 Custodes, 2 AdMech, 2 Astro Militarum, 1 Grey Knight. Space Marines, there's 5 Depth Astartes, 4 Spacefuls, 1 Blood Angel. No Dark Angels, Adam.
I know.
Finally.
Chaos.
You see how I didn't deny
Yeah, I
that?
know. I made sure to call it out anyway. I don't need a teleprompter to get me to do that.
Chaos. I do 2 hours of work on the stats. I'll make them look what I want. All right.
3 Chaos Space Marines, 1 T-Sun, 5 Death Guard, 4 World Leaders, 2 Emperor's Children, 3 Demons, and 1 Chaos. God dang it. 1 Chaos Knight. But there's no Imperial Knights, though. So I guess that's something.
There is no Knights.
Okay.
Weird. Yeah.
Xenos, there's 2 Necrons, 2 Orcs, 2 Tau, 4 Votan. Highbind, there's 4 Tyranids and 2 Gene Stealer Cult. Eldari,
there they are.
Just 3 Eldari. Meaning the faction podium is Death Guard, Custodes, and Astartes topping off with 5. Then Nids, Votan, World Eaters, and Space Wolves next to that with 4. And then Demons and CSM with 3. This is a great podium.
That's how we do it down under, baby. Yeah.
No Dark Angels.
Except Dark Angels.
Except Dark Angels.
But so the bar has been set now by the Aussies. A 9-faction podium is the best current podium for
champions right now.
Champions of the people.
It's not just because it's a 9-faction. It's 9 not normally podium factions. Like,
no,
not from Astartes.
This is wild. Death Guard, Votan.
Although Nid's been podium a lot lately.
Space Wolves. Yeah, Nids have been pretty strong in Australia forever. We've always had a strong Nid contingent. I mean, as a child, you leave your house to walk the 15 miles through the snow and the sun and whatever to school, and you encounter a lot of Tyranids, and you just kind of make some pets, and then you end up playing them in 40k.
Play Tyranids.
Not where I
I've
expected
been,
where to go.
I've been really surprised the CSM numbers have been quite down. Even last weekend at the ATC, they were way lower than expectations. And that has played out here as well. Only 3, even though they did make the faction podium. But Death Guard here and Custodes are the two that are shining a light for me. That was quite surprising to see. But
Yeah, there's still lower Astral Militarum numbers, but there's more Imperial Knights. No, more than Imperial Knights now. Like 0 Imperial Knights, only 1 Chaos Knights. Like, what happened to the down under representation of the Knights here?
Yeah, I know. Yep, I don't know what's going on with Knights down under, but yeah, none of them rocked up.
We just talk about how good they were, and now we're like, nah.
Yep. Yep. They don't listen to me. They don't like me down here. Anyway, I got the disposition breakdown, and this one is what we expect. So it is over and above Purge. So 60 players, almost half are on Purge. 26 of 60 are on Purge. 14 on priority assets, which is higher than Take and Hold, which has 13. And then Reconnaissance is on 4, Disruption is on 3. So very similar percentile-wise for the bottom 2 as the previous event. Like that was 6 and 5 with 18 more players. This is 4 and 3. It's almost exactly the same percentage. But yeah, Purge the Foe almost hitting half of all players at this event, which is huge.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, this is more what I expect the priority to be, like just that slightly ahead of Take and Hold. That's what I expected. Reconnaissance and Disruption, they're exactly where I think they're going to be staying for a while. Reconnaissance is just slightly above Disruption, but both of them well below the other 3. Purge is pretty far and beyond what I was expecting in terms of being taken. Although maybe I guess in singles, maybe not, because that's like generally
it's good.
It's quite good. It's
if you have to play into everything and win a game into everything, Purge is just your best bet. Just because, like we said, Reconnaissance scores ridiculously well, but against a lot of Purge lists, it will get run over.
You get a lot of news in that first week. That's what people know about Purge on Purge, and you know, how do you deal with that?
True.
So I think maybe people joining into that.
That's true,
which is fine because it's a predictable thing to plan for. Like technically, round 2 of this could be 8 tables all meat grinder. Those are so if you could win that, then the next 4 tables are all meat grinder, and you win that. So
yeah.
What I fear for events like this is that by turn 3 there's only Purge undefeated, and then you're playing like 3 or 4 Purge games from your 5 round event. And it's just meat grinder on meat grinder on meat grinder, and you better hope you play a different table layout. Otherwise, you're playing exactly the same game over and over. But do you guys think Purge needs a fix? I'm of the opinion no. I actually just think
I don't think
time.
it's fixed. It's the other things that maybe need some tweaks to make them. If they were easier to score, people would take them.
I would just like I don't want Purge to get nerfed. I would just like it taken off of some detachments. Like take Purge off Moncar, for example. It has assault. Give it priority or recon. It would play those very well because it's so fast and mobile. But then make it compromise a little bit on you can't have all your speed and all your damage to get all your points.
Yeah, I think a lot of these dispositions were just like licking the finger, sticking it to the wind, and see which way the wind blows. That's kind of what put on a lot of them. But
so they tried to line up ideologies, of course. You can see it. Like they went through like the most taken detachments and tried to put them on an ideology or a disposition that made the most sense, and then just kind of sorted out the rest. But it turns out some of those best detachments are just so freaking strong at doing it. They just do the thing, guys. All right, I have one list to break down for this event. This is Michael Hamilton, who's the top-ranked player in the ITC in attendance. He's ranked 2nd in Oceania, which is pretty much the southern hemisphere that isn't South America. It's everything else. So it's Southeast Asia, New Zealand, Australia. He is playing a spicy Ultramarines take of Adeptus Astartes. He's got Orbital Assault and Librarius Conclave on Take and Hold. He's got Calgar joining 10 Assault Intercessors. He's got Titus with the Wardens of Ultramar joining 6 Blade Guard, making a little Death Star, which is really quite powerful. Cato Sicarius with 6 Victrix Honor Guard, a Lieutenant of the Combat Weapon, 5 Intercessors, 2 Gladiator Lancers, and 2 Land Raider Redeemers, and that is it. And I wonder if you boys can see what he's trying to do here.
Kill people?
He's trying to throttle Take and Hold. He's playing. Purge the Foe. He's playing Take and Hold to beat Purge the Foe, and because he hasn't got any kills, like where's the easy kills here? intercessors on the home, a lone up combi lieutenant, 2 lancers that he usually likes to put one or some of them in reserve because he has 2 deep striking redeemers. So on the table is sometimes a redeemer, sometimes a lancer, sometimes neither. He has mass redeploy as well. He has 6 unit redeploy in this army as well, between the two versions of redeploy he has access to. Yeah, and so he just redeploys the whole shebang away from you. And then he has big bricks. Like you have to kill Calgar to get a kill out of the 10 assault intercessors. You have to kill Titus and the wardens out of the 6 blade guard, whoever
out of the land raiders. So it's like,
and get him out of the land raiders,
yeah,
who overwatch the crap out of you. I've played against this list, by the way, and with my CK. I was playing a janky CK list, to be fair, just trying out some stuff, but I got bodied. Like I cracked 1 land raider and the Victrix Honor Guard package with Kato, and then I got run over. Like I actually just got run over by the 2nd land raider with and then Calgar came out, and then the wardens hit the table, and I just couldn't deal. It just overwhelmed me. I got no more kills. I wasn't playing Purge, but I got no more kills. And so even if I was playing Purge, it wasn't like I was breaking back in any way. I think it's a really, really cleverly designed list, and the jank in the deep striking, rapid ingressing like land raiders means that you just, if you're playing against Purge, you can just decide for the first 2 games they get 0 kills. So the first 2 rounds, it's like you just don't get a kill, man, unless you just literally throw your army at me, which is exactly what I want you to do. It's cute.
I like it. I like it.
What's really funny is he took Libby Conclave literally just because one of the idiots in the Wardens of Ultramar is a psycho. That's it.
Done. I mean, why not?
Yeah, it's just extra juice, and because of that unit gets real wants to hit and wound.
Sure.
And they don't. All of a sudden, they don't need Oath anymore, and like extra move and all this other stuff. And so yeah, it's when he told me about that little juicy tech, I was like, that's annoying.
That's annoying.
That's annoying. Also has reactive moves from Sakaris as well, so we can jump into the land raiders and deny kills that way as well if you're an aggressive army. And yeah, he just decides which of his kind of aggressive packages he's going to tailor inside the land raiders and come get you. I told him not to take the lancers. I don't like the lancers in this list personally.
They honestly feel weird. I get why they're in there though. I do get why they're in there.
It's because he has no long range anti tank. He was worried about defilers.
Exactly.
He's like, I can't kill a defiler from range, which means I need to close with it, which is bad. So if they just screen their defilers well, I can't interact with them. And that was, I understand that. I understand that fear.
It's good. Knights. I mean, you see knights too. It's like,
yeah,
I mean, there's
things
that threaten the land raiders you can take out with a lancer.
Yeah, exactly right. Same as like
when you see a list like this, take 2 lancers, you know what they're taking them for. One is just like, I want some pot shots. 2 is like, no, I need to kill big stuff at range.
What's the points on a Vindicator versus a lancer?
It's quite a bit more. I think it's like 40 points more for a Vindy.
Yeah,
and it's
Then these probably good buys on the lancers. Like,
yeah, I mean it's a value purchase. The other consideration would be ballista threads, but they're a little slower, a little more durable, but a little slower.
I like.
I'm just looking at the Vindy
rolls are just better. The Vindy's too short a range too, I think, because the lancers can be 2+ used like save pot shots a lot of the time. The Vindicator, you have to really get up in there. Like once you're within 24. It's generally in range of other things.
You have to blast with all those orcs out there and stuff.
It's only 25 points difference. 160 versus 185 for the Vindy versus.
I mean, okay, it's not that big of a difference, but I still like the Lancer better.
It's just the range, right? It's just so much more range. But anyway, that's going to finish us up for this one. I'm going to pick last here because I know everybody attending this event. I will, let you guys go ham. So I think Dustin's first.
I'll take a Astartes.
Sweet.
Nice. Paul?
Look, I got to go with this one Blood Angels.
Oh, baller.
I see. I know too much, and I'm picking Tyranids. There is, a Tau would have also been a very safe pick as well at this one. There's some extremely good Tau players.
Well, that is the part about 40K 11th this week. Get your predictions in as well. Throw them down there in the chat. If you haven't already, you made it this far, please give us a 5-star review. Give us the thumbs up and hit that subscribe button because you want to be hanging out with us. As I mentioned, we do this live. You're listening to us after the fact. Come and hang out with an amazing chat community. Somebody did not send me the chat link, so I've not been able to jump in with the chat so much. today. But I see some names in there, and I really appreciate y'all hanging out with us, and y'all will too after the fact. So come and hang with us here after you've hit those buttons. And now's a part in the show. I'm glad I remind you to subscribe before this part, because this part sometimes gets a little silly. This is the part where we decompress. We've been talking about stats, win rates, dispositions, and all that. And now we get to kick back a bit and go into a segment we call the Fuego Rapido, where we give ourselves a series of topics and sometimes a clock to give the hottest takes on whatever that topic is as we ease ourselves into the weekend of Warhammer 40,000.
And this week it is a classic Fuego, so just 5 questions, 2 minutes in total for us to respond to. And like I said, I do these months ahead of time and just have a backlog on them, so I have no idea what they are. So we're going to find out how crazy they got. First up is, if a GW rules writer followed you around in your next tournament, what would suddenly appear in the next data slate?
Appear. So it's not deleting something; it's something new being added,
or like changing something or deleting. Sure.
I want to bring back Mephiston's, like where he used to maybe pause over. He couldn't like consolidate. He couldn't pile in or something because he would stop it right where he was and deal with the carnage. I think that was like
convincing the rules. This isn't him just following you, seeing what you're doing. You're actually talking to him, saying you need to do this. Okay. Okay.
What would yours be, Dustin?
Mine would be that Red Terror could not go up in your fight phase.
Oh yeah, that would be fair. That would be very good.
It is so dumb that he does that right now. It is really dumb. And I hope they never change it.
Mine would be, there's a couple of different ones that mine could be. One of them would be they would immediately change Gate Warden Lance, which I already hope they're doing. I already hope the Gate Warden Lance is getting changed. But that would be
nerfed or buffed?
Nerfed. Because the line right now is absurd.
Oh, yeah, the line is actually really dumb.
The line would just get nerfed
like half the table.
yeah, it's all of No Man, all the relevant parts of No Man's Land.
Yeah.
It does seem to be like you just get these rules.
Correct. Yep. Correct. Although I have played a couple of games with it where my opponent's gone first and flooded me in order to stop me getting on the line. And that has worked. Like every time that's happened, like my opponent's deployed on the line, gone first, and then all into me, I have lost with that list because I haven't accessed any of my rules. So yeah, get an infiltrating unit in your Gate Warden Lance list, people, if you want to hold access to the line. And the other one would be Chaos Knights had a more relevant army rule, but that might have been for all my 10th edition games.
Okay.
Pretty good now.
It's not bad now. It is not bad. You still have to try and work. You still have to work to make it worth something, but it is vastly increased.
I don't feel bad for you. All right. Next up. You wake up tomorrow and become one Warhammer unit in real life. Which unit are you, and what immediately becomes your biggest life problem?
This is pretty good.
Or when everybody looks like Horus.
Yeah.
For one.
That is not bad. So Warhammer unit. So it has to be a unit that's in the game. Who's the guy with the megaphone in GSC?
The Clamavis?
That's probably what I am right now in life. I'm the human equivalent of a Clamavis. So it's probably that. And the issue I have is I just don't have a good enough PA system. I can't get a good enough PA system together.
That is a pretty big life problem, man. I feel for you. I hope that gets better for you.
Go on. What's yours then, big boy?
I'd probably wake up as a Primus. But my biggest problem is that I'd want to be the Patriarch. I'd be trying to find a way to subvert him.
Total envy. Just looking at your two arms like pathetic.
Yeah, this is not okay.
This mortal coil.
He has 3. He has 3. Come on. But yeah.
Still not enough. Like I don't know what you're talking about. It's still envy.
Terrible.
I would like with my previous life, the one I led before you guys got to know me, there's a good chance I would have been servited in a previous hive residence. So I'll probably just wake up as a servitor. My biggest issue is that I don't have the data or some crap necessary to do a job.
We're just plugged into one place. You can't move.
Yes. Yeah. Like
what if you're just plugged into like the commentary of 40K games? Then you just
I mean, I already am. Like, what are you talking about? That's
So I mean, it's like it's that you're like, all right, this is my life. I like this.
Teleported directly to Armageddon as just a grunt, just a
I don't know if,
not even a veteran, just a random dude.
I don't know if there's a problem to have to wear all black. You know, like that's I don't know if that's a problem. But
Nah, you do fine.
yeah,
Yeah, would be good.
You like a splash of color.
Yeah, maybe
this is just red around the
a little bit
trim.
of purple,
Yeah.
maybe. All right, next up, you have to survive a 10-hour road trip with one famous 40K player. Who are you choosing, and why are you regretting it by hour 2?
Why are you
Yeah.
regretting it?
I have to survive a 10-hour.
Yeah, 10 hours gets to
It's
be
like,
a long
are
time.
they regretting it or am I regretting it?
Good, either or, maybe both.
I'm gonna go Nick Nanavati. Who's a very close friend of mine. 10-hour drive with Nick, just not shutting up about Fate Weaver is why I'd be regretting it.
I'd go with Innis, but then I'd regret it because after 2 hours he wouldn't want to talk about GSC anymore. He'd talk about all the other armies he plays.
Y'all's definition of famous, is like I thought we were shooting up to like
Cavill.
It's like.
But how could you possibly
why I'm regretting it?
Time with him.
What's the regret?
I've already embarrassed myself probably 10 times.
You regret it because you took one look at that chiseled jaw and you felt inferior for the rest
It was
of
like,
the next 8 hours.
I mean, if we go to that level, who else is there that's like that famous, that like Henry Cavill level that isn't Henry Cavill? I don't even.
James Workshop.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Why would you regret being with James in James Workshop? Yeah. That voice. I think that voice you'd get over it. Yeah. If he spoke like that.
He put you to work wrapping all the little Red Gobbo Christmas presents,
Yeah. So while we're here, since we got time,
yeah,
why don't you do this for me?
So
Brad Chester was a good shout in chat as well.
Yeah.
If you know Brad, then you know why.
All right, next one. You can permanently delete one phrase from competitive Warhammer forever. What is it?
Ooh.
That's easy.
I've never been a big fan of termies. I think they deserve to be their full Terminators.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So your termy unit, you'd just be like, you have to.
You can't do the tactical dreadnought armors is like I get 2 formal Terminators is the actual, term.
It's not even that much longer.
And then going to termies.
Yeah. Okay.
Right
I'll back
out.
that one.
Demek Boy Uppy Downey in chat. Yeah. That. Yeah. It is pretty.
Uppy Downey is very, very descriptive.
Very descriptive.
Very low to the ground.
There's actually quite a few times that even I've had to ask, even people ask me when I say it, and then I do the same thing. Like, Uppy Downey, like, okay, well, what like when, what, like, is it end of the fight phase, end of the turn? Yeah. For me, it's easy. Stop saying freaking Walker. Done. Just stop.
Never. You
Nope.
take my Walker out of my cold dead hand. But you're okay with Flyrant, right?
Flyrant's okay because this is actually a different variant on the Tyrant. Because if you say Tyrant, we know it is the non-winged Tyrant. But you say Tyrant.
I don't know if we do.
You Tyranny players only have yourself to blame for this because for like 4 editions of the game, you never took a Walkerant. And so the Flyrant became the default Hive Tyrant, and therefore the other one had to get a stupid name.
We're already saying Flyrants. You already know it's flying. So if that's the standard, then if we say just Tyrant, you should know. Oh, okay, so it doesn't have wings.
No, it's a Walkerant. Mine would be play pattern. I hate that we have that term. I hate that we have that term. It's a symptom of how systematic and plottable 10th edition was. We never had that term in the game as a colloquialism outside of just like small chats, but now it's become like a just known term. And it's a symptom of the game more than anything else. But if we could get to a game where we didn't need the term play pattern, I'd be very happy.
This is the first I've heard it, to be honest. So
really?
Yeah.
Oh, your finger is just not on the pulse, Dustin.
I guess not. Or I just tune out people when they say that because it's just stupid.
Yeah.
All right, and the last one is: if your entire personality had to be sponsored by one food chain for the rest of your life, who are you signing with, and what's your slogan?
Why are these poll-based questions? All right,
do we not all like to eat?
We do, but I'm assuming you know you've had the answer to this one. Since
I haven't thought about this.
He's
This
been
is
preparing
a good one.
I believe in you. You're ready.
One food chain. One food chain. Wow. What is...
I know mine.
Yep.
Yep. I'm ready to go.
Go for it. Yeah.
Buc-ee's.
Oh, what's your
gas station?
It's a gas. Oh, it's a gas station. How dare you? How very dare you, sir? That's the greatest piece of your country. Gas station.
What's your slogan, though? We gotta know what your slogan is.
Oh, my slogan.
Yeah.
As in the Buc-ee's slogan or my slogan for Buc-ee's?
Your slogan for Buc-ee's. You have your own slogan.
Yeah, you got to say something to the camera when it.
Yeah, exactly.
Does that have to be 40K related?
Yeah.
No, but I mean, it'd be funnier if it is. Yeah, it doesn't have to be.
I don't know. Give me a second. I didn't know that was part of the question.
Okay. Go for it, Paul.
Let's see. Let's go. Hey, Whataburger, if you're listening, we'll slap a W on the fits really good with the Wrong Way Kid jersey. We'll have you out there. Like, what a good time playing 40K. Yum.
I'm sold.
Yeah, I'm already there.
Let's do this.
I got something's better at Buc-ee's. I don't know. Something is better at Buc-ee's. Anyway, Dustin, what's yours, by the way?
I'm trying to think of something that's because I like protein right now and I want some good meat. So I think Fat Bastard Burrito, because they have really good like protein bowls and stuff that are like perfect to have if you're having a lunch at 40K tournament. Just go to a Fat Bastard and get one of their, because they have specific protein bowls for that.
For 40K.
For 40K, yeah, definitely. But specifically, nothing else. Don't get it for anything else. But I would have to think of a good slogan for like bigger than your transport capacity.
I got one for you, Adam.
Deep strike right into your stomach.
Yep, go for it.
Is it? That's not a beaver. This is a beaver.
I feel like that should be a Canadian chain.
That should be. I got nothing actually. So whatever.
Chat, what have you got there?
We did it. We did it.
I want Taco Beal Tan.
Taco Beal Tan is so. Oh man, that's really good.
I love it.
That's a good one.
Beal Tan broke up at Buc-ee's.
In-N-Out Burger for obvious reasons. Uppy Downy Innie Outie.
That's really good.
All right, I think we got a bunch of good ideas in chat here too. We should.
They're going to be knocking on our door tomorrow.
Absolutely. Yeah. Spread this episode around to all your local food chains, and make sure they know Meta Chasers are ready to be sponsored by them.
Your DP goes further at Buc-ee's. I don't know.
40K Buc-ee's way. I like it. Good.
Whatever.
All right, that's it.
A show was had.
Look, that was our show this week, and what a way to continue this launch of 11th. Very excited about it. Out there playing and being the meta, and talking about the meta, not slowing down. This is the very early days. Like, we're going to see this get crafted. Like, I think it's going to be interesting to track if those numbers of Purge the Foe look the same a month from now. I bet they won't. But we shall see. Please do all those things I encourage you to do, invited you to do earlier. The buttons, those are the things that like tell the algorithm to let other people know they should come and hang out with us as well. Until next week, though, I've had a blast talking about all this stuff with y'all. I'll see y'all soon, everybody. Have a great night.
Boy.
See you next week.